And Television Dude here, and I have a package in the mail. I ordered a big order of records off Discogs, and my mother sent me my Christmas presents early, which she does every year, and she found some records at a yard sale. So we'll go through those first. Now, knowing my mother, I have no idea if she even looked to see if they were scratched or not, because I always tell her to look out for video games for me, and she always picks up uh, PS2 games that are so scratched that you know they'll never play. sometimes they're okay, but sometimes they're not. So I'll have to check these out later. But I'm never gonna turn down free records no matter what, or video games. Bachman Turner Overdrive, Freeways. I don't. I know who Bachman Turner Overdrive is, but I couldn't tell you one of their songs without you telling me, oh, it's them who sung it. I'll probably say, oh, that song. Oh, okay. Jackson Brown, The Pretender. He's the one who does Steppin' Out, isn't it? I'd like to get that record. I don't know what songs these are. It's the same guy, right? Jackson Brown? Jackson Brown? Or is that Joe Jackson Steppin' Out? No, that's Joe Jackson, isn't it? I get them mixed up. I get them mixed up. This is from 76. Rita Coolidge? I don't know jack about Rita Coolidge, so. Fleetwood Mac Rumors? That's the classic. Let's see what we got on this one that I know. Go Your Own Way. That's really the only one I recognize right off the bat. But I probably have heard a few of the rest of these. You Make Loving Fun. Okay, I know that one. I have the greatest hits on CD, but I haven't heard it in a while. The Best of Carly Simon. You're So Vain. I know that one. And I forget the rest. Seals and Crofts Greatest Hits. Ooh. We got Summer Breeze. And that's pretty much all I know. Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young so far. I don't know what's going to be on this one. Deja Vu. I've heard of that one. Wooden Chips. I know that one. Teach Your Children. This must be a greatest hits. Sweet Judy Blue Eyes. Woodstock. It's got all the songs that a lot of the ones that I know so far. I bet it's a greatest hits. The Kendalls. I don't know too much about that. Jimmy Buffett. I'm not a big Jimmy Buffett fan like everybody else. I really only know a couple of his songs, and that's about it. And it was never my kind of thing. It's got Margaritaville. That's what he's known for. It's got his song. I don't know if it's the greatest hits or if this was the album that came off of, but I don't think so. Changes in Latitudes? I wonder if it's a live album. Good Vibrations, The Best of the Beach Boys. Hey! Sail on Sailors, Sloop John B., God Only Knows, Darlin', and some Music to Your Day, Wouldn't It Be Nice, Good Vibrations, Do It Again, Carlene, No, Friends, Surf's Up, Girls and Villains. That doesn't really sound like the best of the Beach Boys, except for the few songs that I know. Like, where's their early stuff? There's no early stuff on here. It's just like their later stuff. But I love these songs. I love Sloop John B. I love God Only Knows. I love Wouldn't It Be Nice and Good Vibrations. I just was expecting more of their greatest hits, Where's Little Deuce Coupe, Ooh, Van Halen, Diver Down. This is actually not the Van Halen I would buy first if I was to buy Van Halen records myself, but I want all their discography on vinyl eventually. I would, of course, I want 1984 most of all, but hey, I'm not gonna complain. On this one, I really don't know any of the songs really, except for "Oh Pretty Woman." I don't remember any. Oh, "Dancing in the Street." I have this on cassette, but I think I listened to it once and never put it back on. "Joy to the World," "Three Dog Night," their greatest hits. Hey, let's see. I'd have to get it out, but I know, I know some other stuff. "Joy to the World." What else is there? "Never Been to Spain." "Show Must Go On." What's the other one I know? "Old Fashioned Love Song." I already forgot now. Who in the heck are Andrus Blackwood and Company? "Following You." Huh. I wonder what type of music this is. I like weird stuff. I like weird stuff. I just don't know what this is. Leonard Skinner, Golden Platinum Band. Look at that. That's cool. I like Leonard Skinner. I know. Oh, I know a majority of these. Not all of them, but a majority of them. I know Saturday Night Special. Give Me 3 Steps. What's Your Name? Give Me Back My Bullets. Sweet Home Alabama. Freebird. That Smell. I might know I Ain't the One. Simple Man. Tuesday's Gone. So that's great. REO Speedwagon. High Fidelity. I haven't heard them in a long time. Keep on Loving You is on this one. Take It on the Run. I think I know that one too. That's a good one. Kent. My Song in the Key of God. Oh, I think not. Chicago, eh? This is probably a later Chicago. If this is a later, like, Peter Cetera ballad stuff, I'm not so sure. But if it's an older one, I'm all for it. Chicago 9, Chicago's Greatest Hits. Now, this could be good. This could have some of the earlier stuff on it. Since it's the greatest hits back then, yeah, it's probably good. Saturday in the Park's on this one. Nice. Peter Frampton, I'm In You. No, you're not. No, you're not. I'll just say it right now. No, you're not. And we gotta get to the package now. Let me get a drink of water here. So hopefully those are in good shape. I'll have to check them out later. Now, this is the first time I ever did a big order on Discogs. But sometimes Discogs is the place to go. If you got the money and you can find a seller who has a ton of stuff that's in your want list and has a good shipping policy. This guy had like a flat rate of like, what, $5 or something for no matter what you bought. It's hard to find sellers who has a flat rate like that. Really, really hard. Plus, do you trust if they're grading these properly? Do they really have them graded properly? Because I've heard some people complain about that. Like, it says very good plus, but they don't really feel that it's very good plus. So these are a bunch that are on my want list. Not necessarily the records I want most of all in the world, but a lot of the records I want very most in the world are too expensive. So I'm willing to get some of the lesser stuff because it's cheaper. Here's Mass Production, Turn Up the Music. I really like Mass Production. What I've heard so far, they are a funk band, and I love funk. Oh, this one has writing on the thing. That's okay. I'll have to look at these later to see if I agree with his grading policies. The Godfather Part 2. So now I have Part 1 and Part 2. On vinyl. Look at that. That is beautiful. Look at that. Got all the pictures from the movie. I like Godfather Part 2 just as much as I like Godfather Part 1. I tell you, it's one of the few sequels in history that can be just as good as the first one. Some people debate on whether it's better than the first one. Some people debate this on this one. There's very few movies out there that people debate that the sequel could be better than the original. I think Star Wars might be one of them. Empire Strikes Back is another one. Fat Boys Crushin'. I only had this on cassette back in the day. This was their fourth studio album. This was probably their best-selling album, I think, because it had Wipeout from the Beach Boys, so I think this would probably be their best-selling one. Falling in Love was a semi-hit on the radio back in the day. I don't know if they had any other hits off that besides those two. Protect Yourself, My Nuts is hilarious. Rock Rullin's great. Between the Sheets is great. I want to get all their stuff eventually because I'm a huge Fat Boys fan. We got Josie Cotton. You won't know who she is unless you've seen the movie Valley Girl. Or have seen Jackass number 2. They put one of her songs in the scene where they have the big what was it, an anaconda or boa constrictor in the ball pit. They play one of her. That's her song there. One of her songs in that scene there. And I've always liked her. Actually, I don't think all her songs from the Valley Girl movie are on here. I thought they were. It's got School Is In. I guess I confused myself. She might have more than one album. Maybe I put both albums on my want list. I'm not sure. I gotta go check now. I don't even know. How to Be a Zillionaire. There's a song called How to Be a Millionaire. And it was a somewhat 80s hit back in the day. I forget the name of the by ABC. But they did like a hip-hop remix called How to Be a Zillionaire. And that's what this is. And it was one of my favorites back in the day. Skinny Boys, Skinny and Proud. I have this on cassette, but I always wanted it on vinyl anyway, because I rarely listen to my cassettes these days. Skinny Boys were like a parody group of the Fat Boys. I have their debut. This is their second one. They only ever had 3 albums. But I remember liking this back in the day. I haven't heard it in years. Oh my god, years. David Johansen, Live It Up. This is a live album. It's good rock and roll. Good old-fashioned rock and roll. The Temptations. Wings of Love. I like the 70s Temptations. They are really, really funky. So, and a lot of these songs I don't even know, but I just want to get a lot of their albums from back then. Symbolic 3. Featuring DJ Dr. Shock. This has got No Show on it. The long version. If I remember right. If I bought the right thing. This was like an answer record to Dougie Fresh's The Show and Slick Rick's Lottie Dottie. That was a popular thing back in the day to do answer records. Like UTFO's Roxanne, there was a ton of answer records to that. And so 2 groups did an answer record to No Show. One was Salt and Peppa, and the other one was the Symbolic 3. But this should be the unedited version. Robin Trower Live. Some people call him the White Jimi Hendrix. And his guitar playing is pretty much right on par. So I'm glad to have this. Another mass production. More funk stuff. Can't go wrong with that. Another Robin Trower. Long Misty Days. This is not going to complete my Robin Trower collection, but this is going to complete the ones that I heard were his best ones. I might have all the ones that were considered. People said, "Oh, you need to get this one. You need to get that one." The main best ones from what I've heard. So I still might get some of the other ones eventually. Lastly, The Temptations House Party. It's got some writing on it. Well, whatever. More funk. Funky Temptations of the 70s. I think that's the best Temptations. I'm sick and tired of all the early Motown stuff that's overplayed. I like the 70s stuff. It's different, it's funky. It wasn't as popular, but it's the better stuff in my opinion. So that's everything. Boy, do I have a lot of record cleaning to do. And I probably won't get to it today. I'll probably have to get to it soon. So I want to play all these. So that's the end of this video, so thanks for watching.